I've been wanting to post videos for some times. It's hard. What can you say that a thousand of other channels haven't said before? I'm a guy, just a guy who makes things for a living. But it's when that life comes to an end. I wouldn't say an end, but when it comes to a crossroad, we are able to think, damn, I haven't published a video in so many years. And why would I choose 2020 for it? And don't you read the news? Artists are kind of canceled. It's at the top of that non essential jobs list. And it kind of reminds me when I was taking my degree, we had that thing of pirates versus ninjas, but it was actually artists versus designers. Some really took it seriously. You would hear things like, if you make a product, it isn't art, it's doing a product. Go sell boxes, you bourgeois. And the designers would shout, at least we don't scam people with urinals and paint drips on the canvas. The truth is much more complicated than that. We were all snobs. We needed to have enemies, allies. We needed to be a part of a clan. We were just dumb all the way, innocently dumb. Art is more than its very known fine arts container. Art, I would say, lives outside of those established boundaries. It surrounds us, it binds us, and it's not a force. There isn't an overpowered cloud of midi-chlorines doing the stuff you enjoy watching, or hearing, reading, etc. There are humans behind it. Some are dead, others are spending their days working as hard as they can, often for pennies, other times for ramen noodles. And we are living quite a harsh time. For people listening from the future, we are currently dealing with a pandemic, social unrest, and some human stupidity. And art is cancelled, or not. Even when working for a nickel, nickel, that's such a 20s thing to say. Even while dealing with these massive layoffs, sometimes trying to put food on the table, artists are not expendable. We are, some way, a mirror of society. We reflect it back. We even inspire things that could become a reality. Or if you're one of those, it's a form of escapism, creating your own worlds and having the pleasure of sharing it with other people. You might even be a part of that niche, that the one that does not consider oneself an artist, but in the end he ends up achieving something that would be labeled as art. That's why when people ask what my job is, it's such a hard thing to say. I draw things, I create worlds, sometimes imperfect ones. I animate stuff, I model action figures, I draw comics, I sketch. Because art is such a broad term. I try to live by my own standard. Don't involve yourself with drama and just move along. And nowadays, that feels like trying to swim up the creek while dodging a tornado, kicking the piranhas. Well, that aside, yes, of course, the survey says something. Healthcare workers, cleaners, garbage collectors are excellent jobs that are taking care of the world right now. And to pit them against telemarketers, social media managers, artists, it's just an unfair thing to put there. But it's the time of social outrage. It's hip to hate on something. Every day there's a new fad to mark, accuse, smear, blacklist, whatever. Sometimes it's justified, others it's not. And this was the topic of that day. Then people slowly moved along. Well, you look into a piece of furniture, the table you're working, the poster on the wall, the shirt you're wearing, that video game on the TV, the music CD on the shelf, okay boomer, and it's there. Turn off your Netflix, give up your console, burn your book, erase that chunk of your history so you won't miss it. And what's left? Boredom? A bigger emptiness in your soul, perhaps? So no, art won't become a thing of the past, or a hated, useless form of expression. It will adapt, conform, or escape the standards. Some artists will not, and that's the sad thing. It wasn't a survey about jobs. It was about the people. But I guess the clickbait world, everyone and everything in this clickbait world is a fair game. Which reminds me, I will probably be leaving a weekly thing up here, so we'll be more involved in this whole channel and have more active social presence. Come by to check my rambles or to see the things I'm doing or see me do stuff, whatever. Check the links below if you're interested in buying some of my stuff, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.